Stellar Image Studios has put a big focus on digital marketing due to some recent developments. So today's SIS tip is going to be showing you how we can create content without needing to shoot any additional footage. What I'm going to do today is create content basically out of thin air. When things are at kind of like a standstill, this is a really good way to stay in front of your audience. And what better way to do that than with motion? When creating an animation with multiple elements, I usually like to start in Adobe Illustrator. I think the interface is just more user-friendly and I'm just more comfortable with the design tools that are within that application. We want to use this video for Instagram, so when we create this Illustrator file, we want to make it in a square format, so we're going to do it 1080 by 1080. Now, I won't bore you with the design of this graphic, so we'll just go ahead and speed through all of that so that we can get to the good stuff. All right, so here we have our finished design, and now we're going to take the few steps that we need to take before we bring this over into After Effects. First, look at your design and think about the ways that you might want it to animate. What parts are going to be moving together, what parts are going to be moving independently, and kind of decide how you want to set it up that way. Once you identify what pieces are going to be moving together, you'll want to select all of those and group them together with Command G. Once you have all of your pieces grouped as you would like, open the Layers panel and click the three bars in the top right and select Release to Layers Sequence. What this will do is put each piece or group in your project on its own layer. When we bring this into After Effects, it will allow us to manipulate each element individually. After you do this, they will all be grouped under Layer 1. So you will need to expand that layer, select all the layers within it, and then pull them out. You can then delete the empty layer. At this point, take the time to name all of your layers. This will help you immensely in the long run once you bring it over to Adobe After Effects. When you are finished, save the file and exit Illustrator. Now it's time to move over into Adobe After Effects. We will create a new project and select New Composition. We'll name this comp Main and set the size to match our Illustrator file. Then we'll set the duration to 15 seconds. We can always change this later. To bring the Illustrator file into our project, right-click on the project panel and select Import File. Find your Illustrator file and select Import as Composition, Retain Layer Sizes. This will create a new composition that has all of your shapes within it. Double-click that composition to open it and select all of your shapes. Copy and paste them into your main composition. Now we have all of these elements that we can animate individually. Inside the layer under Transform, you can manipulate the anchor point, position, scale, rotation, and opacity for your layers. These are simple, easy operations that can make your design much more engaging. For example, if we wanted all of these elements to fade onto the screen, we would select all the layers and hit T to bring up opacity. At the 0-second mark, hit the stopwatch to create a keyframe and bring the opacity down to 0. Move to 1 second and bring the opacity back to 100%. If you play it, you can see that all the elements now fade in. This same process can be used for position, rotation, and scale. So now, I will create this motion graphic using only these transformations. All right, now let's take a look at the final product. This will look great on our Instagram grid and will definitely stand out in the feed. That concludes today's SysTip. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.